Day 4 of my trip, day 4 of China. Before I get going, let me show you what I bought yesterday. First off, these are little magnetic keychains. I don't know, I think they're the 7 lucky gods, but it could be like a different, word, like name for them in Chinese rather than Japanese, because I only learned about them in the Japanese sense. Oh my gosh. Anyways, these I thought were so fun. When I was at, have to harp. Earth in its true feelings, all the hand some boy, love. And then, Bai Hyagaman. Be the second generation. Ho wo day when the afternoon and consequently do not fly. Beat of the person awarded and decent woman. I also got this. It's silk for my sister. And even though I know that this is gimmicky, it's still cool. A little folding screen. And it says here in English at the bottom like what it is. So that's nice. And it's pretty. It's historical. Also, I forgot all of my makeup brushes, so I went to Sephora and I got one for my powder, even though it doesn't work very well for powder, unfortunately, and I got some sunscreen because I'd be needing that. Here's the fit check. A little concerned that this is too cropped, but it's so hot that fuck it. Okay, last look at the view. And bye to this like super big, it's quite nice hotel room. Like, goddamn. All I really care about in a hotel room is the lighting and the view. And shit, bro. Do I wish I stayed here longer? Yeah, but I probably wouldn't have stayed in such a nice place if I was here for longer, and in terms of only having 10 days, it was much more worth it to go to Beijing with all the history. It is hot as balls. Hot as all balls, but there's not a lot of people here, so... But I specifically got a later train to Beijing at like 4 or 5 so I could go and explore some more, so first stop was the fastest train in the world. There are so many people here. Oh goodness. Okay, so we got a round trip ticket. There was no seat number, and I'm quite sure that there's like a first and second class and assigned seats, but whatever. The dude told me to come here, and it's pretty empty, so hopefully it stays that way, and we're just gonna ride this there and back just for shits and gigs. It looks like we're going so fast. And this is That was a lie. I thought it could go much faster. I guess that's for like official tests, not for public use, and I was unaware, so I was a bit disappointed and kept expecting it to go faster. These little kids are excited as I am about this. And there's my boy Ricky. You know I love me some Zero Base One. He's not necessarily one of my top 5 members, but I did watch Boys Planet. I do like the group. I don't keep up with stuff, but like they have some good songs. And the cool train stations, and it was so easy to just scan your little thing to get through. I felt so cool, and like I knew what I was doing every time I did that. Now I'm back to the street where I went last night because I had to go through there to get to the temple. Well, it wasn't a temple, it was like some gardens or whatever. Anyways, I walked through some touristy spots, and this wasn't a touristy spot, but it had stuff, and I was like, ooh, maybe I can find some good finds. But no, it was all like random stuff. Definitely not touristy. Okay, it was the Yew Gardens where I was at, that is here, and I didn't know a bunch about the history. It was fun to just walk around though. I did hear someone talk about how like one side would be used for the men and one side would be used for the women or whatever, and I was like, okay, but none of the tour guides were actual native English speakers, so they were all hard to understand, and it's like, if you're hard to understand speaking English as a second language, someone else who English is also their second language would have a really hard time to understand you. So I was like, I think I should be a tour guide in China. I think that might go over kind of well. Oh my gosh, this dude, this was so fun to watch. I love just art, and especially like this style of art and everything. It's just so interesting, and to see him do it in real time, oh my god. It's just a lot of times art is printed, you know, and that's not as fun as like a real, genuine, authentic piece that someone actually made. And the way that it looked like a snake curving around, and then the little in-between parts were this cool bamboo green looking glaze. Oh my god, I was actually obsessed with this. And while I definitely could have walked around for another 10-15 minutes or whatever, I did not have time. I had to go back to my hotel and get my bags and go to the train station and all that, so I started to head out. I also didn't have time to take public transportation back, so I just got a taxi. This was the luggage setup, and I knew the taxi that I ordered because of like the license plate number, but the guy with my luggage wasn't sure that I was correct in getting in that taxi. So at first he was like, oh, wait. And I was like, is there an issue? And they were like, no, this is the correct taxi. And he was like, oh, sorry. I was like, oh, no, you're good. Okay, I'm in the taxi, and I'm only saving like 10 minutes versus taking public transportation, but I know that 10-minute walk from the hotel to the train station is hell. So I'm getting a taxi. It's so much more worth it, even though it's like $10 or something, so that's not too bad. Also, I have 2 super heavy suitcases, and the bag that I'm carrying on my shoulder, which is super heavy, and this, which has my laptop in it, and I'd much rather not like be shuffling around with all that if I don't have to, so I'm not gonna. Also, the maglev only went to like 300 kilometers per hour, and I was expecting it to go like 400 or something, but whatever. But bro dropped me off in such an inconvenient spot. There were guardrails, and so instead of dropping me off where there was an opening, I had to walk like so far to get across the street with all my stuff, and it was silly. Well, they took my shaving cream, but what you gonna do? And then I wasted time by going to the opposite end of where I needed to be. Okay, I definitely thought I had to be at gate 22, but I just looked. I have to be at gate A, which is literally all the way across the place. I'm huge, and I'm at 22, so kaja. I'm pretty sure that that guy is in the show that I just saw. There he is. Okay, I'm finally nearing the end. My 8B, one is literally the very end, but all the way in the back corner of the airport. Here we go. I think I need to go. 你好。谢谢。No ticket needed, because when you get it, you put in your passport number, so I was all good. Okay, this is really cool. Look at how big. Look at how much space there is. Oh my gosh. The train is so long. Oh my gosh. Okay, car 513A. I see car 6, so we're quite close. Mind you, the seating is random, so I bought and returned my ticket 5 times to get a window seat. And we actually only have like 10 minutes to spare. I thought I'd have a lot longer, but with the whole security checks and having to get you out of my bag and everything. And I had so much shit, and I got there so late there wasn't any room, but luckily there was a nice worker man to help. 你好，
路车哪个？谁 ？This one.
Yes.
This one.
Could that go there?
Just this one.
And that.
And this one. This one's okay.
Yes.
Put it here. Where are you going now?
Beijing.
To Beijing. Okay.
谢谢。This is 5, right? Car 5? I was just trying to double check that I was in the right spot, but they were not very talkative. Okay, so we're here, car 5, seat 13A. I only got here with 10 minutes to spare. and there's a lot more room than I was expecting. Look at all this leg room. I can fit all my stuff down here, and I still have room for my feet. And the seat is nice and wide. I'm glad that I only got economy class, but I'm also very glad that I have this window because I'm so excited. I hope I don't fall asleep. I only wish that I had stopped to get some ice because I don't know if I can find any on the train, but everyone's staring at me anyways. I might as well talk. First time trying these BTW. I can only say it tastes summery. It tastes very summery, if that makes sense. Very subtle flavor. It's pretty good. Not awful, not great, but like, it's okay. So because I'm sharing a window with the person behind me, I was a little worried that they were going to put it down, but I think it's a child in the window seat, and also my cup, it blocks the window from that. Like, this is all I need to see anyways. If they put the window down, they can only put it down up to here. So that's good. Also though, the lady next to me, her arm is so big and it's on the armrest, which is no issue, but it's going past the armrest into my arm, and it's like kind of annoying, but whatever. Can't do anything, can't say anything. All we can do is passive aggressively also place my arm in my allocated seat space. And this is something I was kind of looking forward to for this long train ride, was the views. Oh my gosh, the mountains and the little, like, you know, buildings on them, like that one. So cute, so fun. And there's so many, not like a whole bunch, but, and this weird, cool, futuristic looking like set of buildings. What even was that? Okay, we've been on the train for an hour now. We've gone to one stop. The person on the aisle seat has changed, and I'm gonna try to order food. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Little sneak peek at the bathroom situation. Notice there's no soap. I think there was soap outside, but I brought my own. I also kept thinking that like every river we passed was the Yellow River, and it never was. It got too dark by the time we were actually passing it, and my map stopped working, so I didn't even know. And as long as I spent trying to order food through my phone, because I heard that you could do that and they would just deliver it to the train when it was at a stop, but I didn't have a Chinese phone number, even though I had an eSIM, so it wasn't working, and I asked a dude for help, but his number was already registered with the service or whatever, so that wasn't working either. And then this lady, I was like, how am I gonna get around her? I guess I just won't. I was kind of stuck, and then I saw this other dude squeeze by, and I was like, oh, that's how. Anyways, I saw on the map that there was somewhere to get food, so I went there to try to find something. Also though, when the cart ladies passed by, they were going like way too fast for me to even know what they had or to get anything.
You want to order some food?
And I was able to order a hot meal. It had chicken, it had rice, very exciting, and they were like, it's spicy, is that okay? And I was like, yeah, that's totally okay. Now for my long journey back. Shout out though to the guy in the aisle seat who tried to help me put in a phone number that didn't end up working. But then I was like, do you know if this is like the right direction to go to like the meal cart? And he was like, and he like stood up and looked and he was like, yeah. I got it. I was successful. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Alright, so we got a toothpick, a spoon, a paper towel, some chopsticks, and I used the barf bag as like a little trash bag for everything, so that was nice. Okay, this is the damage report. Also, would you look at that? I'm so glad that I had that water bottle there instead of just my straight up cup. And I'm also very glad that I had the water bottle there because it definitely would have been closed all the way down if I hadn't. And the mountains. I'm from Florida, which is literally like flat, and I was just obsessed with how the mountains were layered in different shades or whatever. Sorry, kind of not sorry to put this woman on blast because she was in my space the whole time. Look at that. Look at how much in my space she was, and I don't need that much room, but goddamn. The amount of people was crazy. I had to wait for a solid few minutes in line just to get on the escalator. Here we are. I finally made it to the taxi waiting area, an area that I was actually familiar with from the airport, so that was kind of nice to know where I was. And I just waited for my taxi. He was close, so I waited outside. He finally got there. It was great. Okay, we're about 30 minutes away, and oh my gosh, the relief of sitting in a taxi instead of having to like lug all that stuff all around. Oh, it feels so good. And here's me making sure I didn't leave anything behind after the whole camera case incident from the first hotel. Hello. Hello. Oh, thank you. And this dude, I'm not gonna say much, but he was low-key kind of cute, so shout out. Sorry, they're a bit heavy. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Hello. Oh, that's so cute. And this place was actually like a maze. There were actually multiple elevators in the hotel to like get to different floors and whatnot. I ended up finding, the elevator closest to my room, and after the first day or whatever, I just kept taking that elevator, so it was really easy. It was only like a few steps away from my room, but that first day, oh my gosh. Okay, and we're in. Thank goodness. So that's the front door. I haven't even got my shit in yet. Here's the bathroom. Nice little thing. Decent sized shower for the space. And does this come out? Oh shit, it does. There's a dental kit, 2 dental kits. And it says they have dental kit, comb, shower cap, vanity kit, shaving kit. Nice. There's the AC. Nice. Okay. Oh, look, a plus and a minus. That's fun. What's here? Is this more storage? A little more storage, a hair dryer. Okay. Does this turn on? It does. Anyways. This is what I looked at at first, though. I put my shit right here, a nice little landing table. And look, this pulls out. And it's a stove. It's like an electric stovetop. And there's some water and a hot water pot kettle thing and room for storage. More storage, perhaps shoes. This is, these both open. And then you got the mini fridge. It has a freezer section and a fridge section, which is like super nice. It's not just like only a mini fridge. And then in here, you straight up, these again for shoes. And look at all that room to put your suitcases. Look at my suitcases. I need somewhere to put those. Oh my goodness, I'll be here for 6 days. I just might use this. There's so much room for activities. Oh my goodness. Okay, I haven't even gotten into the room yet. This was the first thing I was doing. I looked down here and there are the slippers, 2 pairs. There's whatever remote, there's the TV. And this is what we're doing first before we like walk into the room because we're classy. I don't think it matters. Okay. Now we got the little table. I don't know what the fuck that says. Does it have anything on the back? Yep, but not in English. Sometimes it does that. One side's in Chinese, one side's English. You got the tissues, service guide. Okay. This has some translations on it. That's nice. I just set my bags down here. There's a nice little ledge, and here's the view. You can't really see it. It's just a bunch of stores, but that's nice to know that there's like a lot of stuff nearby, options. And again, a nice little table, a trash can, a chair, all that I need. And you got another chair for watching TV and hanging out. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think the TV might come out. I don't know. Anyways, maybe this goes, the stairs look like they fold up. Okay, let's see the bed. First time checking it out. Okay. Oh my God, and there's storage space up there. Nice. And the light switch is there. Oh, nice. Is this the blanket? I think so. I think that's the blanket. Nice. Only 2 pillows, not great, but they're good enough. I don't know why, but I definitely thought that I booked the place that had a washer machine in it, and there is no washer machine. So It's really late and I have no clean clothes for tomorrow. Okay, we called the front desk and they said second floor, there's a like laundry place. So hopefully that's true. And we're gonna try to open this big ass suitcase in this small ass space and then we'll go see once we get my laundry. Perfect. Look how perfect that fits. Nice. Technically I have more, but I feel like this should be good for now. I think this is like one full load worth, you know? Okay, as silly as it is, we actually know what's going on now. They have a scoop for laundry detergent and they have free laundry detergent, but I've never used powder detergent, so I brought my own detergent sheets and we came all the way back from we went from floor 11 to the ground floor, to floor 2. Now we're back at 11, then we're gonna go back to 2. Okay, I got my only clean jacket in case I get cold. I have 100 yuan, whatever. I have 100 Chinese money in my pocket with my passport, and I have my phone and my room key just in case. So, kacha. I really wanted to wash these shorts, but I don't have any other clean pants to wear while I'm doing laundry. Okay, now that there's no half-naked man in here doing laundry, I can record. I got everything fit in there, and I didn't realize that I had my almost empty soju bottle also still in there, so that's kind of embarrassing, but it's full, but I fit it all and the bag that it came in, so I can put it all back in the bag when it's done, and the bag will be clean, and it's gonna take an hour, so we have an hour to hang out and chill and kill. Now I regret a lot less bringing this big ass jacket because I can hide this in it. I can go back to my room or whatever. Yeah, this jacket actually kind of worked out perfectly in terms of the soju. I was gonna take the elevator and go down. Wait, 15 or 61? I think I need to go this way. Oh, it's so confusing. I'm trying to find the shop. It says there was a shop. And stairs. I need to go towards 15 or 61. I think, oh wait. Oh, I'm so lost. We did it. We found it, I think. I think this is the shop. Whoa, no. Oh my gosh, how cool though. This is just like the front lobby area. It looks really cool. Where's the shop, motherfucker? God damn it. I thought there was a shop. It keeps saying shop on the map. Okay, look, that's where I am. It says the shop should be right there. It says it should be right there, right? Right? Unless, no. Oh, I don't know. We give up. I'm so stupid. It was in my back pocket and I went in there and I was like, have you seen a room card? And they were like, is it in your back pocket? And I was like, no. And I was like, yes. I've pressed this stupid elevator button so many times and made it come for nothing. I feel so bad. Oh my God. I'm so stupid. It looks like they have some type of chocolate bread and ramen and Poke Sweat. Even though it doesn't say Poke Sweat, I recognize the logo. And this was the closest store to the hotel, literally right next door. And it was cool. It seemed very local and legit. However, it was also a little disorganized, a little messy, not gonna lie. When I looked down the hallway, look, there's so much stuff that you can't even walk through it. You literally cannot walk down there. And so I was like, this is kind of awkward. I want to look at stuff, but I kind of can't because there's stuff blocking the way. I'm not going to step on the merchandise or whatever. But there was some nice fruit. $2. It's not bad. I think it's so funny that there's a Paris baguette here. As much as I try to avoid Paris baguette in Korea, I might just go to it here. Okay. An eyebrow shaving and an umbrella. And I want to get food, but I don't know what. The worker dude was restocking the chips though, so I translated, what are your favorite chips? And I just got whatever he said. Got pumpkin juice. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got. He said that these were his favorite. These are the classics, so we got this because I haven't tried it yet, even though I wasn't going to try them. He said to do that, so I'm gonna. And then chocolate milk. That looks like it's coconut water and maybe normal milk. I don't know if I liked the whole bagged thing. The cat's cute. I kind of just want to get it without doing anything. Oh, okay, we got a strawberry milk And we might need a basket fucking soon, I guess. Shit. You know, this looks fancy. I don't know which one to do. I guess we're just gonna do this one. Because the cat's cute. The packaging got me. Again, I hate to say it, but like Meiji as in the restoration. I mean, well, it does actually look like a Japanese brand, so shit, maybe. What is it though? Taste of childhood, traditional Beijing flavor. Sissy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Paris baguette. Well, let's take a look. Of course we'll have a look. They didn't have enough stuff. But my shit's gonna melt quite soon anyways, and my timer only has, what does my timer have? I'm guessing 13 minutes? Ooh, nice, I was right. Also, what are these carts? They all say SF Express or something, and I don't know.
A lot of foreigners always hanging out outside. Apparently it's known by locals as like the foreigner hotel, which makes sense because not all hotels in China accept foreigners because you have to like register with like the police department or something. I don't know.
It's more fun to go through here. Even though it's slower. Wow, that's so much slower. That's silly. I keep bowing to everyone because I'm used to that with Korea, but that's not like a thing here necessarily. I'm so fucking stupid. I came here, I was like, I scanned my card. I didn't even see the button. All I had to do was press the fucking button. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Does this only go to floor 6? Oh, it does. What the fuck? Whoa. I was just thinking about how nice it was that I haven't gotten any bug bites since I've been here. And I got 2. There's like a whole virus going on or disease, whatever. There's some sickness going on in China because of mosquito bites, but it's more down south and I was more down south, but now up north and I got bug bites. Ugh. I got cortisone though, so we good. Okay, so let's do a quick little review of everything I got as I put it away because I got cold stuff, so we gotta go quick. So, first off, Italian red meat flavored chips. Second off, this is like a hot pot ramen thing. It's original, not the tomato flavor, which I almost got, but I thought I should do original first. This, I have no idea what the fuck it is. It said like taste of Beijing, like go back to your childhood or some shit like that. And I'm like, okay, if it's like a classic Beijing thing, then like maybe I should at least try it. I don't know. Into the fridge. And I think this is milk. I really don't know. The cat is what got me. The cat's really cute. Also on the side, I don't know if you can see, there's like little cat paw prints. Ah! Anyways, it's cute. There were a bunch of different milks, but I think they were milk at least. Anyways, into the fridge it goes. And then I think this is strawberry milk due to the cow and the pinkness of it. It's only a very light pink, but like, you know, this is pink and red or whatever. Into the fridge it goes. And then we got more soju. Oh my gosh, I'm awful, I know. But it was pretty cheap. And this is my drink of choice, so it's good to have some since I'll be here for multiple days. I'm definitely here for longer than 1 soju bottle's worth. So I got at least 1. Into the fridge it goes. And then we got an umbrella because I need an umbrella and it says that it's like good for protecting you from the sun. It says like UPF. There you go. It says UPF 50 plus and like 99% whatever. So we got it. Not going into the fridge. And then, oh shit, the ice cream. Fuck. Into the freezer. Into the freezer it goes. We have a freezer. How exciting. We got the ice, the classic ice. Into the freezer. We got more ice, but it's a ball of ice and it's like fancier and it's, I think it lasts longer. Anyways, into the freezer. And then this, I think it's like a cooling spray. I don't know if it actually cools you down or if it just like gives that sensation, but I thought this would be cool to try. So, yes. And then of course we got the classic bagged chocolate milk. Into the fridge it goes. And lastly, we got this because I forgot my electric one and I'm pissed. And I need to find an electric one because I much prefer it to this. I've never used these. I've only ever used the electric one since I was like 12. So we'll see how it works. This is much better though than using like an actual fucking razor, which is like my only option at this point. So we needed this. And I got 2 minutes on my timer and I gave myself like 5 minutes of leeway, so we good. Before I go get my clothes and put them in the dryer, we're gonna see what's up with this umbrella, even though it's not ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Haha, we did it. Look, the inside is fucking black. It protects you from the sun, like major. This is very nice to have. Very, very nice, because I was just planning on buying a little clear umbrella for the rain, you know, a cheap one, but this is much better. And it's small, it folds up, I can use it rain or shine. Very exciting. It also, though, does look like it's quite breakable. It was like only $5 or $6, so I'm not expecting too much out of it. But it's supposed to rain the entire week that I'm in Beijing, so. Shut the fuck up. I gotta go now. I did a poor job of putting this back together, but it's so small. It's so small. I can fit it in my back pocket. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now for laundry. Okay, we got here with still 11 minutes to go. Pretty good. We made good time. I could have honestly eaten something and then come, but whatever. We're gonna go through some photos and delete some stuff. Okay, we got an hour and a half until these are dry and we can go to bed and shower. I can't even shower till this is done. I don't have anything clean to wear down here. Okay, so I got all my clothes from the dryer and I tried to iron them, but I haven't really done that before, so it didn't work. I'm hoping that gravity will do its thing. That's why I laid them all up there. And I got all these snacks and I was hungry, so I opened up the hot pot ramen thing. And this comes in its own individual packaging. It has whatever the fuck, whatever. A fork, which is great because I forgot a fork. I would have had to go get one. And like everything is so individual, but like look how big this is. Oh shit. Look at how big this is. This is huge. Okay, I just pulled over the chair from over there and I put it in front of where I made this because that's what I always do at home anyways. I pull chairs into the kitchen right in front of the microwave because I don't want to like have to move everything to a table. So let's see. It's okay. It's not bad. It's definitely not ramen boki. There's a little zing to it. I can taste the spice now. Might need to break out that milk.
My mic fell into my jacket pocket and I genuinely thought it fell into this for a minute. I was like, okay, the only place I haven't looked is in here and like in the trash. And I was like, there's no way. And this stupid ass hidden pocket, bro. Anyways, this is the damage done. There's still a bit left, but it's a lot, so you can't judge me. I'm glad that I got it because I had something to eat tonight. That was like, you know, hot kind of thing, not just a snack. But I'm definitely not gonna buy it again. And not that it was bad, just not my taste necessarily. I'm finally having issues in terms of like getting on TikTok and Google and Instagram. I haven't had issues yet, like a little bit, but not really. And now I'm like really having to get on the VPN app and shit. Some final thoughts for today. The hotel seems really nice, except my room, I'm normally really good about choosing rooms, but this one I really messed up on. It doesn't have a washer. It doesn't, I don't know. It's not bad, but it is tiny. And I usually try to get somewhere where I can at least lay my suitcase out. I can lay my suitcase out, to be fair, but it's like very, very tight. I need to shower and wake up in like 4 hours or some shit like that for the Forbidden City. I'm not getting a lot of sleep at all these 10 days, but after this maybe I'll sleep in. I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna want to sleep in for the next 10 months. So excited. Anyways, the girl on the train today pissed me off to no extent. Oh my God. I really don't want to be a bitch. I really, really do not want to be a bitch. But she was so big, her arm just had so much arm to it that even when my arm wasn't on top of the armrest, I did not put my arm on the armrest. I put my arm on the side of it like that. It wasn't even on top of the armrest. It was just on the side, on my side. And her arm was touching me because of how big her arm was. And then she was just leaning over into my space and shit. And I was like, I wasn't afraid to like put my arm there and touch her too. I was like, bitch, the fuck you think? Like, I get it. Middle seat has both armrests, but I wasn't even using the armrest. She was going into my space, and it was the whole time. She was either doing that, or she was coughing, or she was playing Instagram Reels really loud, and she was like putting it up to her ear as if she couldn't hear it. Like, bitch, I can fucking hear it. I know you can hear that shit. Even with the announcement saying, don't play music out loud, put on fucking earbuds. Ugh. Like, she looked Chinese, but I could tell from like the stuff on her phone and like the words, the writing system, she was Russian, or at least that's what she spoke and whatnot. Oh my God. And she sat next to me the whole time. She did not move. The person in the aisle seat changed. There were 3 different people that sat in the aisle seat, but her in the middle, the one next to me, the one coughing and intruding in my space and being loud and annoying, she was there the whole time. Anyways, I'm just glad that I got the window, because how awful would that have been if it was like that and I didn't have the window. I'm pretty upset that I didn't get to see the Yellow River. That was like one of the big things that I wanted to do, and I was like, you know, I'll be going on the train across it and it'll be perfect, but it was too dark. And also my maps wasn't working at that time. I feel like the China firewall or whatever, I feel like there's a line after Shanghai or after Nanjing or something like that where it's like, okay, now it's getting ramped up into gear, because I could see my location for a really long time, but all of a sudden when I wanted to see it, when I wanted to know if I was at the Yellow River or not, it wouldn't tell me. So I didn't get to do that, but I know I went over it in theory. I know mentally that happened. It's unfortunate that I didn't get to like see it and take it in or anything. But anyways,